It's Christmas coming up, a few days. Let's give the 49ers some Christmas presents.
Okay. We'll take turns.
Sure.
Some first round bye. That's a
First
good
round bye
Christmas
would be
present.
quite nice. First round bye. Health.
Health. You
Health.
need your health.
Yeah, health. It's more important than anything.
When I was growing up and the way people talked in Brooklyn, people would always say to me, Lowly, one thing you need your health.
You need it.
So yeah, you need your health. And that's tied in with a first round bye. Armstead can get well if they need to, and whoever has a low ankle sprain and all of those things. So yeah, first round bye in health. Okay. I got another one. Not having to play Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
We're gonna find out about the Ravens in a few days. Okay, but in terms of the AFC, to me, the only team that's a threat, no, Kansas City too. But you know what? To me, the dark horse and the dynamite team, if they even get in to the playoffs, is Buffalo.
Yeah,
yeah. With that
they may not even
quarterback,
get in. That's how tough the AFC is.
That's right. But I think they could really, I'm not saying they beat the Niners. I think it'd be a game, Iggy.
I got one more. Not having to play Detroit in the playoffs. Not that Detroit would beat the Niners, but I think that's clearly the second best team in the NFC. Yes. And it would be just a nice little present to have someone else knock them off, because that team lost to freaking Chicago and I think in Green Bay, so they could lose to the Rams or something like that. But they also seem like they could maybe make it a game with the Niners. They have everything.
Yeah.
Minus a great
They
quarterback.
do. Okay, let's talk about their quarterback. Again, I'm partial to him because he's from Marin and he went to Cal. But he's not a great quarterback. Iggy, what are his limitations?
He can't move. He can't avoid, like the way Brock can avoid pressure and get away, make his offensive line look better than it is. Goff can't do any of that stuff. He just needs space and time to throw. If you give him that, he can. God, what an amazing arm.
Yeah, he's what Bill Walsh used to call a moving platform.
He's like Jared. He's like Joe Burrow without the pocket presence.
Yeah,
he's a moving platform for sure, but great arm.
Yeah, great arm. And again, also, I feel you can confuse him. Sometimes he looks startled, Iggy.
He looks startled all the time, though. I think that's just his face.
He's got a startled face? Okay. But okay, one other thing. I agree with you. They're the only other serious team in that conference. And I never would have thought it would come to that. They are a serious team. Also, Iggy, as opposed to Philly, I think they are really well coached.
Yeah. That guy is the front runner to win Coach of the Year. Him.
Oh, what he's done there is marvelous.
We were watching the game, was Saturday, and we made like a silly bet on who was going to win the night game. And I said it was going to be Denver for absolutely no reason. You're like, Detroit. I was so surprised. You're just so sure. Detroit. You're right. Pretty good team. They have a really good offensive line, 2 good running backs, 3 or 4 solid wide receivers, and an excellent tight end. It's a team. It's a team.
It's a serious team. Serious team.
Serious team. So it'd be nice if the Niners didn't have to play them. Any other presents? Good quality control.
Well, yeah. But we take that for granted. We take that for granted. That's 12 months a year.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have any other presents to give them.
I think those are good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are good ones. Let's see if we got any more. That's it. We got no more comments, no more topics. Okay. It's a good time.
Okay, so let's say this. It's Christmas coming up, right?
Yes, it is.
So Merry Christmas, everybody. I want to tell you, may I talk a little about Christmas, Iggy, before you go? Mm-hmm. Where I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, it was absolutely a Jewish ghetto. And so down the streets on Christmas, you never saw any decorations. like the little scene in the lawn, the nativity scene, and there was nothing like that. It was all Jewish. What you saw was Hanukkah menorahs in the windows. So I didn't know anything about Christmas. And when I was at Stanford, a professor invited me to his house for a Christmas dinner, and there was some other people there, and everybody at the dinner had presents for everybody else, but I didn't know about it, and I didn't bring
This is
any
what they do on
presents.
Christmas?
No, I had never been to a Christmas party. So everybody had presents for me, and I felt like such an outsider, like such a schmuck. It was humiliating. But of course, no one made me feel bad. You know what I mean? Then I married Iggy's mom, Dawn, and she was raised as a Catholic. And she didn't go to church, or really, I don't even think she believed in God. But um, we had a Christmas tree every year. And I have to tell you, I had never in my life had a Christmas tree. And Iggy, we used to get our living room
The
is,
king of the
is two
forest.
steps. We used to get the king of the forest.
Not just
It
any
was
Christmas tree.
no, it was a Douglas fir, and Dawn and I used to drive it home on the top of our car before we learned better and had it delivered. One time, it fell off on the freeway on 580, and we were like on the side of the road just laughing. How are we going to get there? And the other thing was that my wife, over her lifetime, had accumulated beautiful ornaments. Wherever we went, and it could be in August, she would be looking for Christmas ornaments. And wouldn't you say we had the most beautiful tree with all those
Yeah.
lovely ornaments? And she could tell you where everyone came from and I'm talking hundreds, what every one of them meant to her. And we would all do it together, right? Put the tree up and put on the lights and the ornaments, and Iggy would be on a little ladder and doing stuff and put the little angel on top and all that. And the thing is, I came to love it. I came to just love it. Smelled good, and it was so pretty. And now we don't, I mean, I don't do that anymore. I'm old, and and Dawn isn't here. But what I feel this time of year is missing my wife very much for all the right reasons, and a little emotional. Do you feel that way, Iggy?
Absolutely. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
So I
Yeah.
wanted to tell you, I'm sorry. I want to tell you, and that's what I'm thinking about this Christmas. And I hope all of you have a wonderful time over the weekend.
Brother Bob says, okay, Papa Cohn, I'm going to add decorum to my name. Brother Decorum Bob.
Okay.
Serenity says, happy holidays, you two. Love you guys. Thanks for what you do. Thank you, Serenity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.